Good morning. So I'm out here having a little walk this morning, and I've been in this Lake Erie community for a couple of days now. It was very windy, and yesterday when it was minus 15, it really felt substantially cooler. It was minus 15 degrees Celsius, including the wind chill. But because of the high winds, which were about 35 to 50 kilometers an hour, it felt very cold. Today is a much calmer day. And the temperature is still around minus 15 or minus 18 degrees Celsius right now. But without that really heavy wind, and that includes the wind chill, without that really heavy wind, it makes it certainly easier to enjoy being out here. And the reason is you can hear from the stillness nothing, except for the occasional cawing of the crow. I heard a cardinal male singing this morning. So I'm going to head over to the lake and have a look at the sunrise. Join me on this walk. It's pretty impressive how the lake has responded to the really cold temperatures that we've only had for about the last week or so. And that all of the waves have sort of been frozen in time. So this is Lake Erie, and it's a beautiful setting regardless of the season. It's pretty here year-round. So I'm down here so I can admire the sunrise, and wait a few minutes and enjoy the silence while that is underway. You'd think we were navigating water. We're just navigating the ice over this gravel berm. Now I have my ice cleats on, which is helpful. Shannon's going freestyle. So we'll see how that all works out.
Here at Longpoint, we're on a gravel berm. It's owned by the ministry, and it's used in the fall by the duck hunters, and they come out here on their ATVs and they bring their little punt boats out here, and this is all full of bulrushes normally, and this is where we love to canoe. This is considered the bay side of Longpoint, and you'll have a whole bunch of little cuts that go all through here, and it's sort of neat because you can come through a passageway. You think it leads to nowhere, and then you can find this little inner pond, and it has swans in it and great blue herons. There's a lot of wildlife up here, obviously a lot of ducks, muskrats, lots of muskrat houses around. The trees across from me over here are usually home to many perched eagles, and we've gotten quite a few great shots of them in those trees, and that's sort of our guide point. So when we're canoeing, we know how to get back to our main cut to the cottages by looking for that group of unusual looking trees. So we've had many great moments canoeing out here. A little chilly today, but I tried to take the drone out. The wind sort of had a heyday with it, and it's not great drone flying day for my little tiny drone. But As you can see, great canoeing opportunities. So we were looking for some eagles again today. Kathleen had spotted one. Turkeys yesterday we had spotted. So there are some wildlife around. Sandhill cranes we have spotted as well. There's usually a snowy owl that we find on the point. We have not found him this year. Last year he made a nice perch on our neighbor's roof. So I don't know where he's perching this winter.
Honey, are you ready to go in and have a tea?
I think it's tea time. For sure. I hope you're ready for some nice maple tea.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you were doing there with the fire?
I start with the wood shavings and I use the lint from the dryer. It's a good fire starter. And just paper, and I start that, and then I start with bigger sticks once the fire gets going, and hopefully it has enough oxygen and we can keep feeding it drier sticks. And I do have a flint. I'm not successful with that right now, so a barbecue lighter is my best friend until I get better with that. It is hard to keep a little fire going in the winter, but I think we have it under control. We will be having tea in no time. this new Canadian tea, green tea maple. So
Okay.
it's smooth. I like it.
You told me just a few moments ago before we had the camera going that it was Valentine's tea.
It is. This is our Valentine's Day tea party. This is high tea on the point,
There you go.
Longpoint, Ontario. We're just on the edge of the lakeside, which is Lake Erie, and not a lot of wind today, so it's quite beautiful. Lots of sun.
It was very, very windy yesterday.
Yeah.
So today's a real nice break from that. And then, as you can see around us, beautiful nonstop sunshine. So
It is still quite brisk.
I'm
But,
surprised you don't even have your little gloves on.
Well,
You got your teacup.
my tea's keeping my hands warm and that. So that was fun doing that.
Now, what kind of a teacup are you drinking from?
It's the one and only Kapilka. And I made this little toggle.
See? That's why hers is unique.
Unique to me. Could be a little soup bowl too. They do make bigger ones. It's recycled plastic, I believe.
Neat.
Don't quote me on that. But
Neat.
anyway, I like it. It looks wooden.
Yeah. Oh, that's very cool. What's the name of the teacup you served me out of?
Mountain Equipment Co-op weekly special.
Thanks, dear.
You're welcome. I'll let it dry out when we get home. How cute is that? It's all about the cuteness. And of course you have to have this, so you don't get little sparks, burn things down. And it just simply folds like that. And I just set that in there. There.
Just finishing up my tea. Well, Shannon finishes up packing up. Good morning. I'm out here on a bit of a walk on the last day that we're spending here by the lake. And I just saw a coyote. I'm very excited. So I've seen two this year, both of them at a considerable distance. So I'm going to show you the reason I came out to this frozen marsh habitat is because it provides a great vantage point to see quite a distance across the way. So it would be very hard to find really interesting mammals like that if I were just in the dense brush, perhaps where the cattails are. So I'm going to show you the direction. I had my other camera running, which has a telescopic lens, but still it was at a considerable distance. But I just want you to have a feel for how far you can see across this body of water that's now frozen. So in an earlier video, what I indicated is the thing that helps me to find animals is a break in the pattern. That, and sometimes movement. So in this particular case, and I don't even know that the coyote is going to show up in in a magnified version with my telescopic lens, but what I noticed against the very white background was a dark figure with pointy German Shepherd-like ears trotting across. So I saw movement and I saw a break in the pattern. So those are things that I look for when I'm trying to find things that are of interest. There's lots of signs of animals. There's lots of signs of coyotes in this Longpoint area, including tracks and notably scat that they leave on their well-traveled trails. It's a bit of a marker to other coyotes to let them know that this is their turf. So anyway, just wanted to share that moment with you. It's a little past 8 o'clock in the morning.
I'd like to return to the question that was asked of me, why don't birds crash into each other? It appears that scientists have discovered that they all tend to veer to the right, thus avoiding a collision. Great question. Now I'd like to thank you very much for your time. I know today's video was a little longer than usual. Thank you so much for joining us on Hiking with Kathleen. Please click like if you enjoyed. And now, check out what we saw on our way home. Oh, watch, there's deer, watch, so they don't come running through.
What are they going?
Yep,
Oh shit, here comes a
yep, that's okay.
good eye.